We all know some of those people. What would you do if somebody tried your kids like this? Okay, guys, I have another story. This is about a third grader not being invited to a party. So, this is more so like, what would you do if somebody tried your kids like this? Third grader excluded from birthday party when the rest of the class was invited. Okay, this kind of hits home because I have a third grader, so I'm gonna try to put myself in this parent's shoes. My 8-year-old son came crying yesterday because another student, M, handed out birthday party invitations to all his classmates except for him. It happened in his class, and there were 18 students in his class. When my son asked M why he didn't get an invitation, M apparently replied with a big smirk. I guess you didn't make the list. Boy. My son and M gets along just fine when they are together by themselves, but apparently M can be a bit more mean to my son when M is with his other friends. We all know some of those people. I have no issue with M not inviting my son. It's his party and he can invite whoever he wants, but it seems unnecessarily cruel for M to be deliberately exclude my son and only my son in front of his classmates at school. I agree. Like, what a little. My son already has difficulty fitting in with finding friends to sit and play with at lunch and recess. My son is bright and kind, though a little offbeat with his love for horses, steam engines, and old musical recordings. I worry it will get even more difficult for him that M has signaled to the other classmates that my son has to be rejected and excluded at school. I don't want to make an even bigger deal from my son, but I am inclined to talk to his teacher and school principal to ask them to clarify their policy on handing out party invitations. A part of me wants to name and shame M's parents through the class chat, but that would probably hurt my son in the end. It hurts my heart to think M and some other kids rubbing this party in my son's face every day at school for the next few weeks and him feeling rejected and left out. Okay, this sucks because you can't control what happens to your kids outside of home. You can't even control what happens in the home, to be honest. We try, but at the end of the day, we can't control them or their feelings and other people's reactions to and with them. This little boy, though, M, I think that he probably is jealous of your son. I don't know what that animosity is if there's no specific reason why he just doesn't want him at his party. I think the parents may have written an invitation for your son, but M didn't pass it out because what type of parent would do that? Invite the whole class except one kid? I think that's really mean, very immature, and I don't think that's an adult thing to do at all. So before you go attacking the parents, I think you should clarify what's going on. I would have a talk with the parents, not saying that, listen, your kid needs to invite mine to his birthday party because he doesn't. You should probably let the parents know that not all kids have to be friends, but they don't have to be mean either. And let them know how your child felt, and in the future, they should be a little bit more discreet about sending invitations to schools. Maybe it should be a policy that if everybody in the class is not getting an invitation, then pass them out after school or something, because it does hurt feelings. You shouldn't put a child in that position. It sucks. It sucks to be left out. And I think that's just, you know, the start of being a bully. Or you could be very petty and throw something bigger and better at your house, invite everybody except him. But hey, you can choose whichever one. I just think that I really don't think that the parents were deliberately excluding him. I really think it was that child. He probably hid the invitation in his bag and was just being mean. If it was the parents and they are that spiteful and mean, then you probably dodged the bullet anyway. So the petty part of me would put it in a group. But sometimes you have to put the petty aside and do what's best for your child. And I don't think putting in a group, like you said, would be best for your child. I don't think calling them out would be best for your child. I don't think throwing a party that's way better than M's party and inviting everybody except him would be beneficial. It would be hella funny, But I would probably just have a conversation with the parents, let them know that that was kind of out of line, a little rude, and it hurt my kids' feelings. They don't need an invitation, but you don't have to rub it in their face, period. Let me know your comments on what you would do if this happened to you and your child, because these are real life scenarios. Like, things like this happen. And let me know your take in the comments. If you also have questions, comments, or your own stories, let me know. You can always inbox me on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, I think. Bye.